Hi. Just came from outside looking in the yard and checking over things. And I think today I will put my, yes, sometimes I do work overtime. Yes, hello. And I have a kiwi plant, which is a hardy kiwi that will go in the ground today. Uh, and I better put a cage around it, I'm thinking, because the cats love to tear uh, these plants out of the ground. For some reason, they love kiwi plants. Cats like to chew on them. They like to take them. I've had one plant gone one time. The cats just took it. So, oh, thank you for the thumbs up. And it's just amazing how the garden's doing right now. Let me give you a quick update. Started to take some pictures. Did not because it's really windy out. And but I have a tree in my yard over on the left side of the yard. It's an apple tree bought from that real bad what do they call it, the tree company I used to deal with. But this particular tree had a blossom on it. It had a what they call a pink tip. They call it it blossomed right on the tip. And this tree's never done that before. Now it's blossoming. Hello, hello, how you doing? Hello. And I'm happy because um, these two trees now understand this. These two trees I bought, they were labeled as one thing. Uh, most of the trees I bought, or all the trees I bought, in fact, were Honey Crisp, and the other one was, let me see if I get it right, Fuji, and also Granny Smith. So these two apple trees have got to be either Granny Smith, oh, no, excuse me, a Fuji or Honey Crisp. The first time, huh? First time. This is my first time. I checked. Viewing. But I gotta tell you, it's all fun. It's all fun. I am doing well. The trees are doing well. But I was so surprised when I saw those beautiful blossoms on that apple tree. This apple tree I've had for years, folks. Never blossomed. Come from, like I said, it come from a store. Oh, where are you at? Where are you at? I'm in Maryland. But I am so excited when I saw that. Um, checked on not everything, but the grapevines, they're doing incredibly well. And so I'm happy about that. Beautiful. I have room. I looked for two more fruit trees, and I'm going to take advantage of that. I'm going to take advantage of that. I don't know what kind of fruit trees I'm going to put there, but I'm quite sure it's going to be something exciting. Let's see. I've decided I'm going. Georgia, purple sweet potatoes. Morning, God. I said, what do you think about that? I said, purple sweet potatoes. Oh, the same. I think it's great. I think it's absolutely great. Absolutely great. Um, I just came in the house and I happened to look down at my potatoes um, because I had them up on the refrigerator in the egg trays for the heck of it. And once I saw them just sitting there, I said, put them in their container. And I went out and did how deep was it? 3 to 4 inches deep. Put the potatoes in. Put about 4 inches of soil over top of them. Go back out there today. All of them are popped out of the soil. All of them are popped out of the soil, and it looks great. Once they get a little taller, then I'll start mounding up around them so I can try to grow more potatoes. But I'm not really a potato person. I only did it because um, I kind of said, "What the heck?" And So the potatoes, seed potatoes I got at Lowe's. It's an amazing thing when it gets really, 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 really at the end of the season. And I'm gonna tell you, good people, this so you can go take advantage of it. After the rush of spring gardening is pretty much over, you can go up to Lowe's and get those white potatoes, those purple potatoes, those red potatoes, all of that stuff for $1 a box. Now, you're saying, well, in the growing season over? Well, yes, it is for this year. You don't want to put them out there this year because you won't have enough time. Time they start growing, it's ended, and you're growing little teeny potatoes like this. So, what you want to do is put them in an area of the house, dark, cool place. Maybe the crisper at the bottom of the refrigerator, and they'll hold there until spring. They'll hold there to spring. They're going to be wrinkled up, but they will, as long as you got those eyes are alive, you are set. So get them for $1 at Lowe's, the potatoes, and put them in the bottom of the refrigerator and just wait until next year. Like I said, wrinkled, they're going to be wrinkled, they're going to be kind of soft, but you put them in the ground, they will grow some of the prettiest potatoes you ever want to grow. So don't waste your money going in there paying $4 a box for them next year. Just buy them when they go down to $1 at Lowe's. Check Home Depot as well. What the heck? Because they're going to be dumping that stuff out of there as fast as they can get it out of there. Once it gets past May, they're going to start trying to reduce that and drop out everything from fruit trees to what's that? Fruit trees to potatoes to and a gentleman went into if you like bulbs, a gentleman I saw go into Lowe's, fill up a cart at the end of the growing season now, fill up a cart with all kinds of bulbs. They were $16 a bag at first, marked down. I said marked down to 65 cents a pack. And he took every last one of those bags. Like I said, he had so many in the cart that it was spilling over when he was moving the cart. So he got a bargain on that. Red ones, yellow ones, purple ones, pink ones, whatever he wanted, he just got them. Like I said, the $16 bag was about that big, full of what they call them, those bulbs. And he said, I got it. And I looked at him, I said, dang, he even had me wanting some of them, but I don't grow that stuff. But had I been into growing that stuff, uh, there's nothing you can do with that many bulbs other than sell them or put as many as you want on your property and then sell the rest because there's no way you can put all those on your property. He took enough that would, I mean, he had hundreds of them, is what I'm trying to get across. Boo, 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 Earth Angel. Yeah, so we had, I'm off to a good start. I'm thinking right now I should go out there. Let's say, have you ever grown watermelons? Okay, I'm going to answer that question, which I've answered before, but I will do it again because that's what we're here for. That I have grown watermelons before, yes. They are much sweeter than the ones you buy at the box stores. Incredible pieces of fruit when you grow them. So good, you may not actually want to share a whole melon. You'll probably want to sit there and eat it yourself. Now, that's just the reality of it. Will you be my darling dear? Love you all the time. Let's see, any tips? Any tips on what? Watermelons? Okay. Oh, hello, how you doing? Watermelons Watermelons. Okay. Lots of people like to grow them in mounds. If you have a short growing season, start them indoors. Put them in 16 ounce, 20-ounce cups because the roots they grow a pretty good sized root system, and you don't want them bunched up in there. They don't do well when you do that. At any rate, you want to do in a loose sandy soil. If you don't have loose sandy soil, then you want to take your soil and amend it because they don't like heavy clay. You want to add, some people add a large, just a small amount of sand to the soil in the area where they're going to plant, or they add a perlite with a little bit of vermiculite so that they can keep it, because the melons, they call them watermelons because they like moisture, and you want to keep the soil moist. So, that being said, you want to, actually add to that mix. You want to add an animal manure, whether it be rabbit, whether it be cow, whether it be horse. You want to add a manure to that soil, and also you want to add a to that area where you're growing it at. You want to add you want to add an organic fertilizer to that soil. Now, watermelons are heavy feeders because they need to grow fast. They only grow real slow. They don't do well when you do that. But you want to make sure that you take the watermelon and you always water it at least once a week, depending on the conditions. If the soil is very moist in that area, then you don't have to worry about it for that month. Hello, what's up? How you doing? How you doing? All right. People are coming to the channel. I appreciate that. But that's what you want to do. Watermelon, loose soil, um, big, nice planting hole. You want to do so that their roots can move. Um, and there's a ton of other things you could do with them, but for the most part, you want to put them in a place where they have direct sunlight. You want to make certain that you care for them, feeding them. If you use a what they call that stuff, liquid fertilizer, I would go probably once a week. I would also put down, like I said, you know, oh God, I can't think of it right now. You want to put down what we call a organic fertilizer. The whole thing about watermelons is don't let them sit there being hungry. Do not let them sit there being thirsty. Um, you want them to have what they want. Treat them like royalty. That is a watermelon's dream. And the same thing you want to do to cantaloupe as well. Because if you don't feed them well, if you don't water them well, if you don't get the right nutrients, you're going to cut into that cantaloupe and it will be, if it grows, it will be, you'll say, oh my God, this has no flavor because it won't have any flavor. And that's it. And so I'm going to grow 3 sweet potatoes in the same bed, city. If you want to grow 3 potatoes in the same bed, by all means do it. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, you're welcome. I like the sound of that, this lady. I like the sound of that. Ooh, 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 everybody wants kung fu fighting. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do today. Put in my what they call that thing, hardy kiwi. Hardy kiwi, the plant that keeps on giving, can grow upwards to 100 pounds of fruit. So I'm putting it next door to another kiwi plant, which I have. It's called a what do you call that plant I have? It's healthy and it looks good today. I mean, I looked at it; it's pretty, and it is a beautiful plant. It's a Isaiah, which is a female kiwi plant, and uh, it is beautiful. It's beautiful. Okay. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control. I think. Pointer sisters. Let's see what we got here. Woman guard now. kiwi starts. Oh my goodness! Look, I appreciate that. But I appreciate it. I really do. But let me show you what I got here. Okay, here's what we got here. Let's see, hardy kiwi plant. And I do appreciate that, but I'm good for right now. Thank you though for offering. I appreciate it. Thank you. But this is a hardy kiwi, and I see the top right there. It was in a box, and see all the dieback right here. That was due to the fact. Oh my God, that was due to the fact that the store put these in there. They came in like 3 days after Christmas, and they just left them in there. So they water these plastic bags when they come there. After that, they on their own. Oh, thank you again. Thank you very much. I appreciate the offer. Thank you. This right here is a hardy kiwi. So on the box, when you get these, they got like a lot of planting instructions. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, planting steps. Da, 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 da. So I got all that. I understand that. But then I looked at the box and I wanted to see other information. For instance, does this plant need a pollinator? And the reason why I say that because a lot of people think that all kiwi plants need a pollinator. They don't. All kiwi plants do not need a pollinator. I have one outside now that is an Isaiah. It has been producing for the last 3 years. It does not need a pollinator. It it really has. It, okay, all right. All right now. Yeah. And here we got. So I looked on the box. Everything in here is written in Spanish, and also English. So I'm looking at this here, and I'm saying, wait a minute, how do I how do I deal with this plant? So they had it indoors. You can see where the sun kind of scorched it a little bit when I put it out there yesterday, because it's been indoors all its life. And so I'm looking at this plant, and I said, okay, does this plant need a pollinator? It's not on the box. It's not anywhere on the box. Where it says anything about its care, it says position full sunlight. The average size 20 to 25 feet. 20 to 25 feet. You can keep it small. I keep mine small. But you're gonna have to work at it. You're gonna clip during the summer. Let's see, harvest time early summer to fall. Interesting. So you got all that information on there, what temperatures and all that good stuff is on there. Usually 6 to 8 weeks after the frost. Okay, so it tells you, as soon as you can work the soil, put this baby in there. All right, now, so you got this going in the soil, but does it need a pollinator? Is it a male plant or a female plant? None of this is on the box. I would, well, I can tell you now from experience, my Isaiahs will put the grocery store kiwis to shame as far as flavor. It's not even a fair contest. They're in a different league. Um, the fruit is incredible. Um, that's what made me want this hardy kiwi. So the hardy kiwi is different from Isaiah. Will they cross pollinate? We'll see. But the thing about it is, there's a number down here, and it says go to Lowe's.com/plant. Once you get to Lowe's.com/plant, here it has is to enter in this code, and there's a code down here which is LB22725. Now this particular code takes you to their website where it focuses in on this particular product that's in this box. That product is a kiwi plant. all along the information right there. It says, and it says here on the information, it says that the plant does not need a pollinator. Self-fertile is what it's self-fertile is what it said. And so I looked at that and I said, okay, that's interesting. So let's see if can I look this up now. Let's see. B two 22725 and hit it. Okay, so let's see. Booyah, and you go there, and there it is. Beautiful picture of the actual plant itself. It shows the fruit. Um, let's see. Select ratings. Okay, so you can get the let's say nickname. They want you to if you want to rate the plant, if you want to rate it. I on the other hand, let's see. Know your location. No, I don't want you to know my location. So the thing about it is the kiwi plant. All information pertaining to this kiwi plant is there. Everything. How to care for it, how big it'll grow, is it self fertile, and it says it's self fertile. So you know that's how that works. And they put this there pertaining to their product. Would you recommend this okay, and it's just incredible information. It's just incredible information. So you could get into this information and get everything you want to know about this plant. And that being said, is a beautiful thing. Let's see, Garden City, left at how no, I did not want you to know my location. No, I did not want you to know my location. I'm looking at something here that says I don't want you to know my location. I don't know what that's about. Okay. Yeah, oh no. I was looking at a page. I'm looking at a page that they had up there. Where they pop up and say, give them access to your location. And I said, no. I don't know these people at Lowe's. All right. So that being said, um, I'm looking at them. I'm trying to go to the. They had a page up here where it says Lowe's.com. Okay, I know how to get there. I know how to get there. It is. Hi everyone. Hello. I said, I know. Okay. But the thing about it is, I simply go to. Let's see. I simply go to Lowe's. Let's see, Lowe's. And okay, there it is, right there. Lowe's slash plants. And so once you go there and you go in, bada boom, bada bang, all the info is there. So I go put it in again. LB22725. And so, oh, there it is right there. It just popped up right there. Okay, now, shows the price. It shows the price of the plant. Definitely shows that. And let's see, recommend this product 100%. They got 8 reviews. Somebody wrote reviews on the plant, and then you go for the description of the plant. Let's see, disease resistant. I knew that because most kiwis, all of them probably are, but the ones I know of are disease resistant. You don't have to worry about too much of disease with these plants. Self pollinating. That's what it says there. Self pollinating. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Now, here are other plants that Lowe's carries but they don't carry them in my location. Let's see. This is the star fruit. They carry those. They carry the devil something. What is this right here? The dragon or what? Dragon fruit. Um, but anyway, they got. It's not in the stores anymore in my location, but they used to carry a Chicago fig. But they don't carry it anymore. It wasn't in there for the last 2 years. So they find out what people are buying or what did well, and then they decide to keep it or move it on. You know, and that's how that works. Yeah, yeah. So looking good. So long as I got that information, specifications, and it's right there. The height, the width. The width is about 8 feet. The height is about 25 feet. Grows on the trellis. Let's see. Growth rate fast. It doesn't say slow. It says fast. Cold hardy all the way down to zone 7.4. Zone 4. Excuse me. Plant type small fruit. Yep, because it's like a larger grape. Is what it looks like. And kiwi and akuda, uh, uh, a kiwi. Yes, absolutely, absolutely beautiful. I say it sounds like another Isaiah. Yeah, it does. It does. It does sound like another Isaiah. It does sound like an Isaiah. So I'm going to do that. $6 because of this dead branch right here. And I left it on there when I took it up to the counter. I said, listen, this plant has died back, and I'm interested in giving it a home. So let's talk turkey. Of course, the lady didn't care at all because she's not in the plants. And she said, look, all I can do is knock off, take it for $6. And I could have said, come on, man. Let's talk even deeper. $4.50, $5. Sold $5. Because if I'd have got a manager there, he or she would have took off 50% off of that plant. And then I tell everyone, a Garden City food forest, I want to say this to you. I finally, after shopping for so long, I finally got the weed trimmer I wanted. It's an Echo, and it is lightweight, 17 inches long, straight shaft. Beautiful piece of equipment. Because the one I bought before from um, Troy built, what? Thank you, thank you. I finally got it. It was just garbage. When you're in the deep grass, and I have deep grass, and uh, I have grass, and I have vines. I go side to side. If I tap it against, accidentally tap it against anything, the head of it would pop apart. And there was, shut the engine down. I'm looking, and keep in mind, this was not an old trimmer. This was a month old one. And some of the trimmers, when I took it back and put it back into motion, the trimmer was, I had it for 2 hours. Put the gas in it, cranked it up, and it wasn't the best starting one either. And it was only, just taken out of the box. So Troy built, Troy built. Um, so I get it, and I'm in there saying to my weeds, "All right, you're gonna feed my ground," and I'm starting to go through them, and I'm watching it. I'm watching it. Professional grade piece of equipment there from their line, and I'm going through side to side, and it just starts falling up. The head fell apart, and I said, "Okay, shut it off. Look for the spring. Look for the front piece that came off with it." So I got it in the house, and I looked at it closely. And they got what the problem is. They got the buttons that open it, so you can put the spool back on it. They got them both on the side. So anytime you tap it against something, it just releases. And you rewind in line, and so that holds you up from doing your job. I almost said, the neighbors that stole it from me, they stole a piece of junk. This one, however, beautiful piece of equipment, beautiful piece of equipment, which I will keep my eyes on because I know I have neighbors that will pillage almost anything. Um, so that being said, and it's sad to say that, but it's true. I couldn't say it if it wasn't true. Not all my neighbors, but whoever did that was in the middle of the grass growing season, and I had to feed my garden and everything. And they took the piece of equipment that at the time I needed. But I gotta say, there's always a blessing behind something, you know. And when that left, it left me to go research even deeper and find a piece of equipment that is superior over what I had. Because I would have kept that piece of equipment and been fighting with it and looking for springs and all that when it jumps off, and, you know, and when it get lost, I would have been ordering springs. I don't need that. I don't need that. You shouldn't have to do that when you cut grass. But the grass part of what I do, as I said to all of you before, when I cut all those weeds down and that grass down, and I feed that ground, folks, you couldn't ask for better fertilizer. You couldn't ask for uh, uh, fertilizers free. That grass and those weeds are beautiful fertilizer for your ground. Beautiful. And I have a weed trimmer right now that's going to go through those like hot butter. Um, and it's a beautiful piece of equipment. I hope I mentioned that. Beautiful piece of equipment. I mean, the way it looks, the way it fits in your hand, it just feels right. And it's the same one that you see the professionals using, not the uh, something you would. I mean, some people can get away with using the average uh, uh, $80 or $90 trimmer. I can't do that. The weeds I have in my yard would laugh at you in there with a trimmer like that. And you've been there all day with it bogging down and getting tangled up. I can't do that all day. I have to be able to go in there, strip that stuff out, let it hit the ground, and let it fertilize my ground. And then and keep the yard up to par so that when I shoot my videos out there, it looks halfway decent, along with the fact that I'm feeding my soil. Now, my soil has gotten so pretty since I started really using the wood chips, and then I got away from that because it was just too much. The wood chips was just too much. I respect the people who use it and what they do. I just couldn't do it. It wasn't for me. I brought all of these weeds and I brought all of these vines and stuff onto my property by bringing those wood chips in there. I it was God knows it was backbreaking work, and I had uh, yes, I hope so too. And the thing about it is when I started chopping and dropping, I saw something. It was different. I was chopping that stuff and adding it to water and making brews out of it, which I call tea. Um, and I would fill the 32-gallon container up, and what would happen is it would fill up with these little flies. I mean, it was loaded up in there. I mean, it was loaded in there, and I got to thinking. I said, "Wow, this smells bad, and plus it's loaded with flies." Okay. Then I got to thinking. Wait a minute. What are fried flies comprised of? Nutrients. Nutrients is what they comprised of. So I got to thinking. Leave the lid off. Leave the lid off. Let them go fly in there. Let them enjoy themselves. Leave the lid off. And but you gotta be careful though. If you're in the area, don't leave the lid off. You got kittens and stuff playing around in your area, and one jump up in there in that trash can. They can't get out of the trash can. They'll just simply drown. So don't do it at that. If you got little kittens in your area and that sort of thing, don't do it. Um, Mosquitoes. I used to have major problem with mosquitoes. I want to say 3 years ago, you couldn't even hardly go out into my property. So I went out and I found everything that had water in it. It was containers. It was back in an old area in a vacant area where there was a tire back there that round in the rim when it lays flat, it fills up with water. And a tire could lay back there for years doing that. Um, and loading up with water and keeping water there for months at a time and just polluting your area with mosquitoes. Because all they need is a little top full to make 2,000. All they need. And if you give them a tire full after a rain, my God, um, it'll be like a mosquito producing plant. So, long story short, when and I know what you're talking about as far as the making the tea, mosquitoes would love to lay in there. I've seen tons of mosquito larvae in there, and you know what I would do when they would load up, and I see them and all that swimming around. I put the lid on it. And once I put the lid on it, the sun would just cook them. Open it back up the next day, everything in there is dead. So I said, wait a minute, this is a good trap if you just remember to put the lid on the next day, because it would just heat up in there. It would get too hot for them, and it would kill them. You know, you get outside, you got a 97-degree day, and you put the lid on a trash can where it was all in there, and it gets to about 110 in there, 120, they die. And I shoot, and they didn't do nothing but make fertilizer. That's all they were doing. Mosquitoes. You can manipulate uh, ways to use nature to benefit you. Mosquitoes are simply organic matter, and flies are organic matter. Plants are organic matter, and you just simply use them. And then you take everything and you put it, you strain it, and you put it in you use water at the base of your plants, and you see it jump out of the ground. Because, but of course you dilute it, 1 part to 10 parts of rainwater, and that's how you want to do it. Well, on that note, folks, I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna put this in the ground. Beautiful day for it. Get it in the ground, water it in, and then I can come back at a different time and be able to enjoy each and every one of your company. This has been the Morning Gardener. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much, and keep on growing.